So before you shout at me, I want you to know I love you very much. But please blow your hardest so I can keep some of my newfound spending money. Well, hello friends. I'm sorry that I've been gone so long. I don't even know how to start this video now. It's only been 2 weeks. I'm being so dramatic. It's been 2 weeks since I last uploaded, I think. Yeah, so apologies for my absence. I just had, well, I will explain everything that has happened because there's lots and lots to tell you. So I think the best place to start is the no spend challenge, because that is where everything went wrong for me, really. So I decided, you might have seen on my Instagram a couple of weeks ago, that I was going to try no spend November, because I haven't really done an intentional no spend. For the first few months of cash stuffing, I was so into it that I didn't really spend much money at all for the first few months. And then, you know, reality set in and I said I'd have to stop depriving myself at some point, which I kind of did and I kind of didn't, and we will talk about that. But for the most part, I think my absence over the 2 weeks was kicked off down a downhill slant over no spend November. I'm going to keep tracking what I do for November, but more so I want to talk about this to bring awareness, just in case anybody else has the same issue that I've identified in myself. So I'll show you my tracker and show you what happened. So sorry if you cannot read my handwriting. So this is my no spend November tracker. I do have rules written on another page, but I'm not even going to show you the rules because there's no point, because I didn't stick to them. So as you can see, it started on November 1st. And for the first 3 days, I did okay in not spending. But I have this issue with demand. It's part of, as I've mentioned before, I'm autistic and I have ADHD. And part of that for me is also that I have demand avoidance. But I'm always learning about myself, as are we all. And for some reason, I love to try test my boundaries and then I suffer the consequences. So even though I probably never spend that much money, by me saying I'm not going to spend in November, I created a mindset where there was a demand for me to, and a pressure for me not to spend, which then completely backfired. So after the first 3 days, you can see here, I spent €120 basically on Amazon. I went out for €70 of sushi. The next day I spent another $270 on Amazon. Now, what I will say about these Amazon purchases is they are all to do with the renovations that we're going to be doing as part of the ensuite and doing up my bedroom. So are they completely unbudgeted? No. Am I supposed to be spending that money right now? Absolutely not. So yeah, that's what happened. So what kind of happened here is that on top of the no spend November, this week was mental. So we got some really bad family news that kind of threw me for a loop. And the only way I know how to make myself feel better, or no, it's not the only way. It's my favorite way of making myself feel better is spending some money. So, you know, going out for sushi, not sitting in the house thinking about things. That is, and then online shopping it keeps my mind in a future place rather than on the present, because I'm focusing on what we're going to do with the ensuite and things like that. But then you can see that this was just the start of the downward hill. So Monday we bought coffee for €11, wasn't too bad. But on Tuesday we booked a holiday for €2,500. It's over, actually, it's more than that. But I gave myself a loan out of one of my investments to pay for this holiday, and I will pay it back next year when the bonus comes around from work. So again, is it completely unbudgeted? No. Am I supposed to be spending that money right now? Absolutely not again. Then I went on to 2 more no spend days. Got a takeaway on last Friday for $47.30. Then I spent another weekend on Amazon spending a couple €100, again, all to do with the ensuite. Had a no spend on Monday, spent €20. I went to the shop and just bought a couple of top-up bits for groceries yesterday, and today is the 15th, and you can see, I don't know if you can see the little green dot here, I was going to write no spend, but that is a surefire way, as we said, with pressure and demand. If I write no spend in here and it's only 3 o'clock, then that will make me go spend money tonight, so we're not going to fill that out for now. But just in case anybody else's no spend November is going as badly as mine is, or, you know, maybe if yours is kind of off track, but then seeing mine made you feel better because of the amount of money I spent, I'm happy I can help in some way. Right, so let's get our money out so we can actually start stuffing. So what I did do over the last 2 weeks, so the first week of the no spend, I didn't even cash stuff. I ended up taking some money out of that week's money that would have been in these envelopes, and I ended up using some of that for the sushi and stuff, and then whatever was left over I put it into the next week for cash stuffing, fully intending to do a video, and then the next week rolled around and I just wasn't feeling it, so I cash stuffed by myself, which funny enough I've never actually done. I've been cash stuffing for over 6 months now, and I've never just cash stuffed by myself. I've always done it on video, and I do enjoy it. Like doing it on video, it feels a bit weird to do it by myself because I've been doing it for so long with you guys. So what we have this week is 50, 70, 90, 110, 130, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, 20, 30, 5, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, and 90. So the bank did not have 20s today, so I had to go in and do a bit of a mini cash condensing so I could get everything sorted. I've also just realized I didn't do anything with my purse. So the one thing I will say is after cash stuffing by myself last week, I gave myself, so this is something new actually, I am upping my spending money from 20 to 40 because if you remember, if you've been around here since the beginning, when I started cash stuffing, I did not give myself any spending money because in my mind, my envelopes were money to be spent if I needed to. But then I allowed myself nothing for, you know, like this money's for just whatever I want. Whereas when it goes into the sinking funds, I never want to take it out. So about a month or two in, I started giving myself €20 of spending money a week. I pretty much immediately started doing the infinity challenge with that, which is great. But a lot of the time, I don't end up with any spending money at all for the week. So I thought I was doing okay with that. To be fair, I think I did 2 or 3 months with that. And I'm thinking now, I'm trying to see, as I said earlier, with setting boundaries for myself, clearly it's not working if I'm never giving I already identified months ago that not giving myself spending money wasn't working. And I, you know, waved a white flag to myself and started giving myself €20 a week, but then I roll dice and take it off myself again. So I don't know who I think I'm fooling, because I'm not fooling me and I'm not fooling you. So now what we're going to do going forward is we are going to do €40 of spending money a week, do the infinity challenge, and that means that worst case scenario, I will always have €15 of spending money per week, and it could be potentially more than that depending on how the dice go. But anyway, gave myself 40 last week when I stuffed, rolled the dice, it took 20 off me, and I have 20 left. I didn't spend it. So that is perfect. We have 10 left in dates because I didn't use that. We have 10 left in fun. And the €20 that I spoke about earlier in the no spend is what I had put into shopping last night. So we'll start back here. Give ourselves the 40 spending. How have you guys been? I hope your November's going okay. Mine has been up and down. As I said, we got some bad news. 15 for dates and 15 for fun. We got some bad news, kind of threw us for a bit of a loop, and there's just been a lot of crappy stuff happening recently. Nothing life-threatening, we're all good, but yeah. And then on top of that, I definitely get, some people call it September blues. Mine tends to hit any time from September through to February. It can last the full 6 months sometimes. but I've always had some like seasonal depression, and yeah, it was kind of hitting me hard over the last 2 weeks or so, but I've been in a great mood for the last 2 days. So we'll take it while I can. 20 will go into food. It's just the weather, isn't it? It's not great. Also, I have €80 here sitting in my lap. This is going to be for diesel. I took this out of the wallet reserves because I just stuffed the new money for the month into it. So I'm just going to pop this back here because the nails are getting done on Friday and I still have to make new envelopes for them to match, but my nails are hanging on by a thread. Most of these are glued down because I think it was a 5-week month. So when it's a 5-week month, I wait 5 weeks to get my nails done. And ew, what is that on my nail? But yeah, so need to get them done. I need to get a move on with making envelopes so we can have a new month. Okay, and we'll just take out our wallet reserves then and stuff in this leftover money from last week. So we're going to do 20 into spending. Little lonely 20 in there. And dates is getting 10. So now we have 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 115. Wonderful. In fun then, you're getting a 10 too. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65. Some of these got a little bit of a hit when I did my shopping on Amazon because I started freaking out wanting to pay some of it off. The original plan, or I suppose the current plan, is that when I finish my 100 envelope challenge, that will be funding it. But because I spent it now, I kind of wanted to pay it back straight away. So I took some money out of here and then into my binder. So I also, did I get some beauty bits? I think I did. I saw a Black Friday deal for some skincare that I use all the time. So I got some stuff there. So this is getting 30. So hair and beauty now has 51, 20, 40, 60, 80, 92, 210, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Has anybody had any good Black Friday shopping? Mine has all been on Amazon, as you can see. It's kind of my Achilles heel. Booch is getting a 10 today. We're being generous this week with all the envelopes because a lot of them haven't had any love in a while. So we now have 25 and change. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 31 in kombucha and the fridge is still pretty full. So happy with that. Health is getting a 10. So we have 10, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85, and 90. And for the eagle-eyed amongst you, usually basically I haven't done a budget with me because normally I do that the week before payday, but today's payday. And because I wasn't filming, I didn't get around to doing a budget with me. But what is happening with my budget at the minute, a lot has happened in the last 2 weeks. It's just been it's a ride of a time, but I had to reduce the money that I cash stuff because my fiance, he has started a new job since going back to college, but he's not fully trained yet, and until he's fully trained they won't increase his hours, so he's on about half the money he used to be on. And so I'm really grateful that my wages can cover the two of us. Like, that's brilliant, but it does mean that I just have a little bit less to play with at the minute. But please don't think I sound ungrateful at all, because I'm not. I'm happy that I don't have to stress about stuff like that, but at the same time you get used to playing with a certain amount of money every week, and then when that changes it's a little bit deflating. So clothing, you are getting, did I put a 10 in here? That was wrong. give it a 5. So we have 10, 20, 35, 45, and 50. I have been managing to keep up in the gym. I didn't go last week, to be fair, and I'm not sure if I'm going to go this week. So I probably shouldn't have said anything, to be honest, but here we are. I've already said it. It's just because I wasn't feeling well last week, and then this week, the sort of workouts I do not align with certain parts of the month. I won't say anymore, but that's why I probably will not go this week either. Are you getting something going out? I feel like you are. Yes, you're getting a 5. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 75. That's fabulous. I may dip into this soon. I should be meeting a friend in the next few weeks, probably for a few drinks. And also I have a work due coming up. Oh, I added in Pilates back here because I'm saving up for this in my bank account, and I'll buy that when they put a deal on the sessions. So that's everything from my binder. Oh God. And then in here, car tax and car insurance will be getting their regular 5. I'm very excited to condense these. So I think for this video next month, my week 1 of December, I will be doing a cash condensing and a count up, which I'm super excited for, to see what I've done, despite the fact that I may have spent a lot of money. I feel like I did that last time before my count up too, because I'd just gone on a holiday and it still ended up being surprising and really good. So I'm excited for that. So we have 50, 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Also, I'm excited to get rid of these 5s, so I don't have to keep counting so many 5s all the time. Car insurance. So this is 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Also, I got a notification from my gas and electricity that even though their prices are going down, my bill is going up. So currently trying to move gas and electricity provider again because I don't know why they hate me. Just every time I turn my back for 2 seconds, they try to screw me over with prices. Is House getting something? It is. House getting 5. There's nothing in there. Christmas, I think I only have like €50 left in Christmas. I've done most of my Christmas shopping, maybe just 1 or 2 bits left to get. Birthdays will get a 5. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and 40. Mom's birthday is coming up now quite soon, so I need to actually start thinking about what I'm going to do with that money. Technology. No, you are still skipped. Sorry, tech. Future husband is getting a 5. It's an old 5 too. So we've 25, 35, 40. And that is building up for our 3-year anniversary in April. So we'll probably go out for a meal again. Giveaway. Okay, so here's somewhere where I dropped the ball. On my last video before I went MIA, I said that I was going to do a giveaway of 2 €20 vouchers. Did I say to free? I can't even remember if I told you to choose the vouchers or if there's going to be Etsy vouchers, but I apologize. I did go MIA. Now, what I will say is that in between then and now, there were entries, but those entries stopped after the first week. So by me not having drawn a winner, there hasn't been any more people added to that pot, if that makes sense. Like, we hit a certain number of people stopped entering, and that has not changed in the 2 weeks that I haven't made videos. So we are still on for that. I have not drawn a winner yet. I will do after this video and insert it, and then I will either I will probably just contact you, to be honest. I think everybody who entered, I have on Instagram, or one of your YouTube channel so I can leave a comment. But if your name pops up in the next clip and I have not contacted you, shoot me a message or leave a comment or email me. My email is in the description. But was I going to put something in here? I was going to put a 10. So now we have 20, 40, 50, and 60. And in last week's cash stuffing that I did off camera, I reallocated the money from my savings challenges into Florida and Ensuite. So I'll just give you a quick update on where we are with these. So Florida now has 200, 300, 50, 400. I'll put that to the side for a sec. So it's 400, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 500. Was that right? 20, 40, 60, 80. Yep. So that's 500, 550, 60, 75, 85, 95, 700, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Was that right? I don't care to recount. But yeah, that's the update. First row of Florida. Actually, no, that's incorrect. Most of the first row is done, and if you see this, the arse of this pineapple hasn't been colored in yet, so tiny bit more to go on this one before we can color in that full pineapple, but it's moving ahead beautifully. I've completely messed myself up here now. You and you. There we go. So that is Florida. The holiday that I booked as part of my no spend challenge is for Tenerife. So we shall be going there summer next year, but Florida is a 2025 goal, and I need to finish this tracker twice before I can do anything. And then Ensuite, very, very happy with this one. So we are now nearly finished 3 rows. So the Ensuite has 250, 3, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1000, and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 1100 in Ensuite, which is absolutely fabulous. I'm really happy with that, and to be honest, I'm not really sure where that money came from, because when I think about how much I put into savings challenges each month and how long I've been working on Ensuite, I don't really understand how I'm this far along. But that's the joy of cash stuffing, is that it just kind of does the work for you. You just have to show up. So if you haven't started yet, try it. So now we can go into our savings challenges. I just think I remembered that I have not cleaned off the Knockout 9, but I did finish it. I couldn't find my Sharpie when I was doing it, so I just marked off the last 2 rows. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll and try use my memory, because the acetone is right there. I could just clean this now. I'll just clean it now. Okay, we are nice and clean now. which is perfect. Also, I forgot to show you, I ended up having an extra euro. I found a euro under the bed, actually, that cleared out my IOU from here. But look what I made. It fits the color theme, and it's just so that I don't have to use my sticky notes anymore for an IOU. And I kind of had to make something like this because I owe myself about 3,000 euro in one of my investments. So rather than having a sticky note that I could potentially lose, I made a laminated IOU checky kind of thing so that I can't forget that I owe myself that money. Right, so knockout 9. Put these back on. I didn't want to get acetone on the sleeves. Can you see? Okay. Right. Normally we start with Infinity Challenge, but I'm a little bit all over the place today because I haven't done this in ages. Right. Can I roll with my sleeves like this? Nope. That answered my question. Okay, here we go. Your turn. And again, for extra luck, because I wasn't here over the last 2 weeks. My challenges were quite good to me while you were gone. I was gone. 6 and 6. So we'll go for a 9 and a 3. Oh, you go. Thank you. 6, 7, 8. Okay. Blow. Thank you. 9 again. So we can do 4 and 5. Oh, I think one of these rows down here when I was finishing, did I shut the box? I can't remember. I can't even remember now. I don't think I did shut the box. I think I got really close though, and I was like, of course it would be when I'm not making a video that this happens. You. Thank you. So that's 5. We can't do 5. So it's 1, 2, 6, and 7. So where's my calculator? So 1 plus 2 plus 6 plus 7 is 16. Of course it is. When I have no change. When do I ever? Okay, let's do like this. And I actually just showed you the IOU, and we will use that until such time that we have acquired change. So thank you, Knockout 9. This envelope is filthy from permanent marker. Okay. Infinity Challenge. Here we go. I'm not afraid of you anymore, because I have more money to play with now for my spending. So even if we do get a 25, which, let's be real, could be very likely right now, because we're up here, I will still have money, which would be nice. Okay. I don't think we normally blow for infinity, but please blow your hardest so I can keep some of my newfound spending money. Ooh! I get to keep it all. Oh my god. I feel like 40 euro is an irresponsible amount to give myself for spending money. Oh. Okay, well, that's what it decided. So I think there's like two something in there now. I actually can't remember. And I don't care to count. Wildcard. Wildcard gave me no hassle last week either. It gave me a 30, I think. I did 2 because I was technically cash stuffing for 2 weeks because I skipped a week and there was a bit of extra money in the last week left over from the week I didn't stuff. I did 2 pulls of wildcard and I think it gave me 30 and I want to say 30 and 10 or something. It was really a really small amount. Okay. That one, it looked at me. 50, okay. That was perfect. Always forget to put this card back in. I'm wondering, is it time to get some new savings challenges? I really like the games and I've been looking at a few on Etsy to see if maybe I should go for it because my ones are great, but I think you do just like to change it up every now and then. I think I've been doing mine for at least 4 months now, so might be nice to change it up. Piggy Pile Up has gotten no love, and I have a 10, so here you go. I am sorry for neglecting you. My poor piggies. Wow, I didn't realize this one has 50. Every time I look at it, it feels like it has nothing. So we now have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. It's a nice little slow burner one. I really like this. Okay, so before you shout at me, I want you to know I love you very much. This is how the 100 envelope challenge is currently looking. I closed in a good few from the last 2 weeks. So I had 2 good weeks with my side hustle, and it managed to let me close off. I think I closed off this row, and then I think I closed off this one too. And then one of these random ones in here. I have another good week coming up for you this week, where we're going to close off a good few more. And the good news is that even though things didn't work out like they looked like they were going to for November, we have gotten to a stage where even if my side hustle dies for the rest of the year, I can use the money from my other savings challenges for this month to close out the 100 envelope. So we are going to finish it ahead of December, guys. And we get to do our big count up video. We'll have a cash condensing in December. We'll have a count up. We'll have our 100 envelope challenge. There's going to be so much. It's going to be such an exciting month, and I'm really, really excited for it. So yes. So I hope you can forgive me for doing some of this off camera. But I will definitely show you the seals that I did when we're unstuffing. So 16 jars. So we have a 20 left, and we have 2 5s. I think it's a good day to do a jar. So we will do number 10 in our jar. And I'll get that in a sec. And then for the 20, I cannot remember where I am on either of these. I'm going to take the fact that there's a tenner in snakes to mean that I'm there. Is that a fair assumption to make? Because yeah, I'm going to go with that. So let's have a go with snakes then, and we'll just do the 1 dice. So let's see where we go. So 3, 1, 2, 3. So there's another 10. Okay. Let's go again. 3 again. 1, 2, 3. That's a 5. Can we roll another 5? Or is it going to be an IOU? I feel like it's going to be an IOU, but I'm willing to test it. Blow. Just for good luck. Thank you. 6. Oh God. Where was I here? Was I here or there? I got to there, didn't I? And then I said, no. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I was here, and now it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, feck. Jeez. Right. A €20 IOU, for the love of God. Okay, let me get another one of my little checks. Okay, I got a jar, but I just remembered all my IOUs are back here. Okay. That is very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. 20. I don't know if I deserve that. But I suppose there has to be some penance for disappearing. So there is now €30 in snakes. Mental note to self that we are on the 20. There's only 120 on it, so hopefully the IOU will make me remember where we are. Okay, and then just the money for the jar then. Hopefully you guys could hear that one. Okay. So, and that is our jar finished for today also. So that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, I am sorry for being MIA. I am back. I have my money for this month. I am ready to go ahead, and I'm ready to keep probably spending a lot of money for my no spend November, because there's no point in me trying to do otherwise. I'm spending, as I said, somewhat budgeted money. It's not fully unbudgeted, which I know it might look mental, and it might look like I'm spending a lot of money, and it doesn't look like I am. I am definitely spending a lot of money, but this is actually a big step for me to even be acknowledging what I'm spending, for one, and then also on top of that, everything I've spent hasn't been unbudgeted. That was my biggest issue before with my problem of just being an impulsive spender, is that the thrill came from not knowing how I'd pay for that item. So by, swiping a credit card and not knowing where the money was going to come from, that was my biggest issue. Now, even when I am spending money like this, it's still budgeted. I know what's going to come out of my 100 envelope challenge. I've allocated those amounts for things already, and I'm not just spending it thinking, okay, well, when I get paid, I'll pay that off. That's not how it's working. So although it might not look great, it's not the worst. If you're having a time like this, please be kind to yourself. Don't get discouraged. It does happen that sometimes you spend without intending to spend, but maybe look back on where you have come from and realize that this is actually a lot better than you used to be. And yeah, that's everything I have to say for the minute. I'm going to stop rambling, and congratulations to whoever the giveaway winners were. And yeah, I shall chat to you soon, guys. Bye!